Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. So as you can see, I have a different truck this time around. This is the Mack Titan. It's the latest version of this particular truck. There have been quite a few versions of it out actually, but this is the latest version that I discovered. As you can see, we have a 65-ton train on the back. It's the... where is it here? I forget what it's called now. It is a DB Class V200 is what the name of that one is. So anyways, let's bring that mirror up there and let's head on our way. So this is a 65 ton trailer, a little bit on the heavy side. And I think what's actually happening is it seems like the front end is actually getting lifted up a little bit. It feels that way at least. I don't know if it's actually the case or not, but it definitely feels that way based on the steering at least. I don't know why that's happening, but it just feels that way, so... Anyhow. What we're going to try and do, this is not a crazy long journey. Yeah, it just seems like the steering's a bit off for some reason. I wonder why. I'll have to double check that now. Anyhow, we'll see what happens. So this is a... I don't remember how powerful this truck is. I want to say it's a 600 horsepower engine or something like that. Oh. But it is a pretty heavy trailer. As you can see, this is a 65-ton trailer. And what's happening is, I think, is... it's making everything just a little bit more difficult, for example, turning and whatnot. I guess what's happening is all the weight is on the tail end there with the dualies, and that's making it a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. Alright, so we're taking a right turn here. Yeah, these turns are not happening as well as I would like. And I don't know if that's intended or not. I haven't driven enough of the... I haven't driven enough with these larger trailers to know if that is if that's because of this trailer or not. I like to think it's not, but it's entirely possible. So well, look at that. They just changed. Love it. Love it when that happens. Oh, gotta watch out for the other side there. I don't know why I always forget about those types of things. Yeah, I feel like the turning's a little bit off for some reason. 1 second, I'm gonna check the settings. Alright, so I changed the steering sensitivity, so hopefully that makes a difference. We'll see if it does or not, but not 100% sure if it will, hopefully. Turned it up before. It was like, I don't know, it was probably like halfway, like a little, not even halfway. It just wasn't didn't have much in the way of sensitivity at all. I think it was if I actually look at the rate at which it was set to, I think it was like really low. I don't know, it seems strange, but seems to be working fine for the time being, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. I don't know. All in all, this is actually a fairly nice truck. It is a... I don't know what year it was actually made. I wonder. If you know what year this truck was made, let me know. I'd be kind of curious. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Ooh. Gonna have to clip. I don't know how they do this in the real world with proper drivers and not me. I suspect that they don't use a big American-style truck in Europe. Just a guess. As far as I know, though, there actually are people who do drive larger trucks like these style trucks in Europe. I don't know how often that happens, mind you. But a couple people have mentioned the fact that they do see one from time to time, so it's not impossible. Stay there, truck. Don't get in my way. Take a nice big turn here. That was a little too big. We're just going to downshift, I think. because going up this hill is not going to be any easier with this. I keep turning. What's happening? I don't know if people realize this or not, but I keep putting my retarder on because it's the same button I would use to go out of cab in Farming Simulator. And it's making me laugh, actually. Oh, come on. There we go. A little bit of a slow start. Oh my goodness. We'll get going soon enough. Yeah, I think the tires are... I wonder if we can actually see what's happening. It'd be hard to tell. But I think what's happening is the front end is actually lifting off a little bit, which is making it slightly more difficult to turn, I think. Let's get out of this lane, if that car will let us go. There we go. And we'll downshift here. Well, upshift, I should say. Yeah, I don't know. It's strange. I don't think I've ever had that experience before. Normally when I drive my the Peterbilt, my, I don't know, 389, whatever it is, I don't have that problem. I don't know if it's particular to this truck or if this is because the load I'm pulling, and I suspect it's maybe a combination of both. I don't know for certain though. So, not the most horsepower I've ever had with a truck, but it definitely makes things a little bit more interesting. I know Squirrel is always about that. He always likes having that element of, you know, you don't need to get out of the situation just with horsepower. He likes to have a slightly, you know, moderately powerful truck, which then just ends up making his journeys just a little bit more interesting because what do we want? 5. We're only doing 70 kilometers. I didn't think we were going very fast. He just likes a moderately powerful truck just because it makes the journey a little bit more interesting. Normally when I run my Peterbilt, I end up having the most powerful engine in it, most cases. I don't know why. It's just because that's what I'm used to, I suppose. I don't know for certain, but, well, I know I'm used to it, but it's just always seems a little bit stranger when I'm not using the normal truck I prefer to drive. This one actually is fairly nice on the inside, though, as you can see. Back looks nice as well. If I get out of here and just look on the outside, it does look fairly nice on the outside as well. Oh, I better be careful here. Oh, that's what I get for trying to drive outside the cab. And I think I'm going to slow down just a wee bit because this is a little bit tippy, or this truck seems a bit tippy. And it's probably because we're doing maybe too fast. Can't be going that fast. Yeah, we're only doing 80 kilometers an hour. And the speed limit is 80 kilometers an hour. So I don't know what's going on there, but I don't think I'd want to go any faster with this truck and trailer combination. Because if I went any faster, I think we would tip over really quickly, actually. It's one of those, I don't know, I experienced the same thing with the in-game trucks. They feel like that when you drive them around. They feel like they tip a lot more. But I've always found that American-style trucks, at least in Euro Truck, seem to be really stable without any problems. But it seems like this one is a bit tippy. I don't know. Maybe it's probably because of how heavy the load is as well. So I don't know. I don't normally heavy haul, I guess it would be. This isn't a heavy hauling truck. I don't think you can really put many... Oops. That car's going to be my way in a second. I don't think you can really put many options on this. Whoa, 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 whoa. See what I mean? Yeah, it just seems a little bit tippy. I don't know. I'm not going super fast, or I was doing like the speed limit barely, so I don't know. It must be partially the trailer. It is a heavy trailer, so I don't know why this is escaping my mind, but it's something I'm not thinking about enough, I suppose. I should really consider it a bit more than I am, I guess, so. Ah well, that's the way it goes sometimes. When you don't play Euro Truck for a bit and you come back to it, you're like, oh yeah, the little things, I guess. Still a fantastic game. I did notice a while back that they have added the American Truck Simulator on Steam. It's not purchasable yet, but they do have a page on there now, so it's kind of like an indication perhaps that the game may be coming soon. So that's kind of nifty. And I haven't seen... there was another big announcement that came through, which was that... what was it? Pro Mods and one of the other... I think it's one of the other map makers has come together, and they actually have created... Well, they're going to create Pro Mods as well as the other map, and I can't remember what the other map is off the top of my head. I know MultiMikey123 posted it about that in the YouTube community for... Well... my YouTube community, I guess you can call it, whatever. It's a Google Plus community. Oof. Downshift there. The Google Plus community, so he posted on there a while back. And pretty interesting stuff, actually. It will be interesting to see how, or what they bring of that, because I'm not really certain. Oh my goodness, really? Yeah, we're still slowing down, slowly. Oh my goodness. Perhaps this truck is slightly underpowered for this job. We're slowly getting back up to speed. Oh my goodness. That is terrible. Let me know what kind of trucks you guys use when you do some heavy hauling. I'd be curious to find out, because I don't do much heavy hauling at all. And I think that maybe I should look into picking up a heavy haul truck or trailer. Well, truck I should say. Obviously I already have some heavy haul trailers due to Jazzy Cats. They have some fantastic trailer packages in there. Like this train mod, for example, this train ones. They're part of the Jazzy Cats, as far as I can remember, and there's quite a few other ones actually. I think they have a military one you can add, and there's I think one or two other ones you can add, which are pretty cool. 60 kilometers an hour. We'll go 65, I think. This is going to take a little bit longer than I thought, just because we have to be careful driving around some of these bends. It doesn't take much to tip this thing over, as I discovered, unfortunately. So I will have to be wary of that, so... Ah well. Let me know, are you excited for American Truck Simulator? I know I am. Whoa, really, buddy? Cutting right in front of me? Sheesh. I know I am. It's going to be really interesting to see how it comes together in the end, because they haven't... because it'll be completely different than Euro Truck. So it'll be curious to see how some people play it versus other people, so... I know, I always played, ever since I got Euro Truck, I always played it as if it was American Truck Simulator. Although that did present some problems from time to time, specifically when I decided to drive, what was that one? The Peterbilt? No, it was a Kenworth T800 long body. The most ridiculous combination ever, unfortunately. And it was fun to try, but also led to a lot of problems because of it as well. The turns are not made for longer style trucks. Nice little combine over there. Okay. I don't know if anybody noticed, but there was a Flygold trailer there earlier on, and it looked just like the ones in Farm Sim, which is kind of cool. I love how they made that integration. Like, people brought whoever, I guess it would be Jazzy Cats or SES, brought over some of the vehicles you would see in Farm Sim into Euro Truck Simulator. I like that. It's kind of a neat, a nice little addition to the game, I guess. Oh, now they're all going all slow, and I'm up to speed. It's got a nice Jake brake, as you can hear. One of the nicer ones. It's funny, every time I play with like an in-game truck, it never the Jake brake or the engine brake or exhaust brake always is underwhelming in comparison to what I'm used to, at least. And that's primarily because I do tend to to drive big American trucks, so they tend to have a really nice sounding Jake brake. Not all of them, mind you, but a good number of them do, which is awesome. Wonder how accurate. Let me just check. It says 56. I guess that's coming up to 60. That would be. I'm just looking down the speedometer to see if it's actually accurate. Sometimes they'll, well, maybe not in this game, but in Farm Sim, for example, often what happens is they will actually move, but they won't show you what the actual speed you're going at is. They just kind of move and that's it, sort of thing. So a little bit lackluster. That's a lot of straw bales just chilling out there with that what looks like a Fendt combine. It's funny, I was telling my father-in-law the other day that Fendt actually makes combines, and he's like, really? I didn't know that. And I totally Googled like some pictures for him and showed him the Fendt combines. He's like, oh yeah, so they did. They're not common in North America at all. We don't have many. I don't think we have many options. I think we have Case, New Holland, John Deere, Massey Ferguson. I think they don't make, like, I don't think they make big combines anymore. They do make a couple Swathers, but I'm not sure if they make actual combines anymore. I'd have to let me know if you know about that. Let me know in the comments. I'm kind of curious. And we have Class Cat Challenger here, but those are probably the biggest, names of combines that we tend to see here. There are some other old school ones that you see sometimes, like Massey Ferguson. You tend to see older style open cab ones from time to time. It's funny, my in-laws actually had an open cab combine for a while, just because that's how they harvested their own crops at that time. But eventually they sold it because it just wasn't efficient, I think is what happened in the end. In comparison to like contracting it out, it wasn't, because they only had like, I don't know, a couple hundred acres, so it wasn't really worth their time, as far as I understand. I don't know. I've asked about the story before, but I just apparently I'm forgetful, which happens in your old age. These things happen. Hopefully I have enough fuel. I'm just debating. I was debating there to see if we could actually go without fuel, but it looks like we can. Just not sure for how long. We only have another 3 hours left in the journey, so it should be okay. This is me doing quotations here. Should. And if it's not, I guess we're gonna have to call for the tow truck, basically. It's funny, one time I was playing Euro Truck multiplayer, and I accidentally cut somebody off, and they were not pleased. They were like, doing the old chat shouting. I'm like, this person cut me off, report them, sort of thing. Usually, people are usually pretty good about reporting. That was my one mistake, but it was enough to get on that guy's bad side, apparently. So I didn't get kicked in the end, but I was certain I was going to. I do remember one time I was playing multiplayer, and I forget who I was playing with now. Maybe it was Sussex Driver and Iron Brew, maybe. Oh, come on, speed up. And maybe Iron Brew or something like that. Anyways, I missed my turn in multiplayer. I guess I can stand out of gear. Whoa, what's going on here? I missed my turn off, so I was backing up on the highway, and I just expected to get kicked at that point. But I'm like, the next turn would have been, how many what seemed like thousands of kilometers away, right? It always seems like thousands of kilometers, but it never actually is. Anyhow, so I ended up backing up in the highway, and then because we passed our off ramp, and then totally got reported and kicked. That's the only time I've ever been kicked off the multiplayer, but it happens. It happens. I tried doing a convoy once with Sergeant Pepper's group, and I don't know. Too much mayhem. It's not as relaxing as I'd like it to be. Like this, when you're driving by yourself in single player, no problem. Very chillax. if you want to use that word. Very, you know, just taking your time, enjoying the scenery. But when you're doing multiplayer, it seems just hectic almost, for whatever reason. Alright, I'm gonna leave it at 70 kilometers an hour. Hopefully we don't run into anything crazy. But I think what's happening is the steering's just a little bit lighter because of the trailer. I think. Perhaps I should have gone for a tri-axle instead of a dual axle. That might have helped. I don't think this truck actually had a... I don't think it actually had a tri-axle option, unfortunately. But I only have the dual axle, so I couldn't do much about it. C'est la vie. One sec. Just getting a water. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember having this issue before, so I suspect it's because of the trailer. But these hills are just, killer. How much horsepower does this thing actually have? Does it say anywhere? Company manager, truck manager, engine horsepower. The Mack Titan has 600 horsepower. It doesn't seem like it has 600 horsepower. I guess this really is just a really heavy trailer then. It still seems underpowered for this. I don't know how much, if anybody's actually has done some real trucking in real life, how much horsepower / torque does like a heavy hauler actually need? Does it need more than 600 horsepower? Maybe it's just the torque on this particular truck that's really low, and that's why it has a hard time on those hills. I suspect that's the reason. I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't heavy haul very often, so it probably is the reason why it's not functioning as optimally as I would like. Please let that not be a roundabout. Oh, I think it is. Well, coming up to the border, it looks like. The border of France, maybe? Finland? Where are we supposed to be going here? Poznan. Yeah, so we're going into Poland then. Which means, unfortunately for us, toll booths. Now, I don't think the new toll booths have been implemented everywhere. Or have they? Oh, maybe they have been implemented in some other places. I'll take it. Or maybe that's not the toll booth and just the entrance into the country. I don't know. I think Poland's one of the countries that has lots of toll booths. I don't know. I think it's one of the ones I often avoid. There's only 2 countries I avoid in this game, and that's... Oh no, there's a toll booth. And that's Poland and France. And it's because of the toll booths. And that's the only reason why I avoid those countries. I suppose if they were to implement... If they were to implement the toll booth that they have in Scandinavia everywhere, like retrofit, then perhaps I would I would drive through these countries a little bit more, but as it is right now, I definitely don't. Alright. Pay the toll. Alright. That's not so bad, I guess. I love the sounds they added. I don't know when... It must have been 1.19 or whenever that was, but though they really added some really cool little sound effects. Like, you can hear the guy like adjusting himself in his seat, like, because he's uncomfortable, and you can hear like the gear changes now. I love those, just the little things that they added. Really makes a big difference, in my mind at least. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's really, really cool. But I don't know. Maybe they'll add some more. I wonder what sounds they'll add in American Truck Simulator. If they add some more ambient related sounds. I don't know. Because I think, if memory serves, they're starting off with They're starting off with... I'm trying to drive as fast as I can. I can't go any faster without wrecking. Anyways, this is me complaining about the insistency of my PDA or whatever that's supposed to be. I don't lost my train of thought now. Yep, totally forgot it. Yep, sorry. I don't want to go any faster than this. Not paying attention to my, oops. There we go. Yeah, maybe I was talking about this, I can't remember. If they were to retrofit all of the toll booths, that would be awesome. But, unfortunately, they have not. Not as of yet. Maybe they will in the future releases. So, ambient sound, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what ambient sound they add, because I believe they're doing... The only country, or I should say state, that they're doing is California, I think. And California's, of course, by the coast, so it'll be interesting to see whether or not they capture some of that coastal ambient sound. I'm sure they will, but it's a question of how much and how well it gets integrated into the actual game itself. Because sometimes what happens is you have like sounds that don't fit at all. Like sometimes if you get a bad mod, what you can hear is the sound of the engine just repeating and repeating. And it can be really annoying. Sometimes. I tend to see it a lot more in Farm Sim than I do in Euro Truck. But it's definitely possible in Euro Truck as well. Very nice. Let's get back in the cab so I can actually drive properly. I can't do a very good job, unfortunately, out of the cab. It seems like the only way I can do it is in cab. Or at least drive straight. Must be from, I don't know, I think it's because it's really strange. I think it's because what I tend to do is when I'm driving in third-person view like this, I'm usually kind of in this view. So it seems a little bit stranger to try and adjust for certain things. I guess. That's my excuse, at least. I don't know. Alright, so we have probably about another hour and a bit left before we are going to reach our destination, which is awesome. It feels like it's really strange. It feels like the lights are off on the inside right now. Even though they're really not, they don't seem illuminated enough, which is really strange. You would think that it would be illuminated a lot, but I know. So like, I'm used to, I guess the Peterbilt has a lot of backlighting, different colors and whatnot, but this one doesn't seem to have that. I don't remember the last time I drove in the rain. This is going to make this infinitely more interesting now because of our 65-ton trailer. I don't know how fast we're supposed to be going. Love that Jake brake. Wish more trucks had a nice sounding Jake brake. Oh. They call that defensive driving in some places. Actually, where was I? I was, I think it was downtown or something. And I totally saw some person, like, indicate at the last minute to turn right. And there was, like, a big, like, you know, transport truck behind them. And I guess they didn't realize, but they, like, turned really quickly. And it was like, oh, hey, I'm turning right here. And all you hear is, like, the truck just, like, hammer on the brakes. And you can hear him, like, hitting the retarder, I suppose, as well. And the Jake brake. Oh, man, it was terrible. I felt bad for that trucker. He probably wasn't too pleased with that driver either. But, man, you could just hear the brakes going and everything. Oh, it was terrible for him. Because he's, you know, like one of those situations where you're like, oh, no, or like, you know, crap sort of thing. And let's try and avoid that accident. But, you know, that's what you get for following behind cars too closely sometimes. I don't know. It's funny, I did a little bit of driving the last little while, and I got to experience that firsthand, people getting really close to you and being like, hey, you should drive faster. No matter how fast you're driving, there's always somebody who wants you to drive faster. Doesn't matter if you're doing like 100 kilometers an hour or 110, 20, whatever it happens to be. There's always going to be somebody who wants to go faster than you're driving. It's terrible. And that can create a lot of problems as well. Just try not to tip over here. I feel like we're tipping still, mind you. I'm just going to take both lanes here. Oh, this isn't going to go well. Should have thought that one through a little bit more. Oh, doesn't like that. Sorry. Sorry. Funny, somebody in the comments was saying that that one of the things that they have to do in the transport truck driving test is a hill start, which is actually pretty important. And if you don't pass that one section, you actually fail, which makes sense, really, because it could it could be really bad if you were to, you know, do a hill start and like crash the car behind you. Like, seriously. Oh goodness. Anyways, what I'll do is I will come back in a moment. Alright, and we're back. I just had to get some more water. I did drive a little bit longer before I got water. Not like maybe like 2-3 minutes, not much. So it wasn't that much. As you can see, their destination is just up ahead in Poznan here, or however you say that. It's only 2 minutes, so we're awfully close. Although we are running pretty low on gas, or fuel, I should say. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. I don't think it'll be a problem, considering how close we actually are. But you never know. Alright, looks like there's a roundabout coming up here, as per usual. Darn roundabouts. They're everywhere. This one's a big one, though, thankfully. Oops. Guess I should have indicated, although it doesn't make a difference. Actually, in this game it kind of does. If you indicate, you can actually... I think the traffic will actually move out of your way slightly, which is kind of cool. Doesn't do it completely, mind you. Where's our turn? Looks like it's just up here. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Green light. Perfect. And... is this our destination? Looks like it is. Oh, yes it is. This is going to be interesting with this truck and trailer combination. And I know that this entrance is a little bit tighter than I want it to be. Especially with this terrible turning radius I have right now. It might be just due to the truck, actually. You never know. Alright. Wonder if I can actually do this without... maybe. We'll see. We'll give it a quick little go here. No, I'm not even gonna try. Steering's... I'm late! That's what I get for having an underpowered truck, I guess. Or whatever it is. Anyhow, folks, that'll be it for me for today. That was the Mack Titan, taking a 65-ton trailer. Apparently didn't work out well for me this time. Maybe it will next time. Anyways, folks, this has been Euro Truck Simulator 2. My name's Iain Robson. If you enjoyed yourself, why don't you go ahead and hit that share button. I really appreciate that. Catch you guys later.